Welcome back to another video on Northbound Angling. Today we're actually not fishing. I'm giving you guys a review on my Three Waters Big Fish 120 fishing kayak. I've only had it for a little bit, but I've realized some pros and some cons about it. But I'm going to give you some close-up shots of it and tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. So let's get right into it. Well, yeah, if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helped me out and really help out this channel grow fast. So if you're not subscribed, go do that right now. It'd really help me out. Alright, so first I'm just going to give you some basic details about it. It's 12 feet, it weighs about 100 pounds, and what's really unique about this kayak is it has a cathedral hull design. So it's almost like a pontoon hull, but it's built into a kayak. So that's what creates most of its stability, and that's why it's a really nice kayak. But yeah, so let's go into some more specific stuff now. Okay, so let's just start off in the front here. We've got two rod holders right here, one on each side, and pretty much you just run your rod right through that little area right here, and you run that up towards your seat, and it's decent. I don't use them, but some other people do, and that's what it's made for. So it's pretty good sometimes, but I don't use it. Next we got this little compartment up here. It's got bungees on it. What I do is I actually put my tripod in there and I tie it down with some string, and it stays in there pretty good, and I film myself. Next up, we've got this dry box right here. It's actually made for a fish finder, and I still have yet to one day mount my Lowrance on there. It's actually not a hook 7.2, it's a hook 5, but I'm gonna mount that on there someday soon, hopefully. And yeah, it's got everything for the mounting. It's got the mounting everything back here where your transducer goes through, and yeah, so that's pretty nice. Next we got Feel Free's gear tracks right on the side here on both sides. You can put a lot of stuff there. I don't have anything there yet because this thing is still pretty new to me. I'm thinking about putting a rod holder there, but I don't really do much trolling. I don't really see the need for them because I already got two back there, and I usually just carry one in my lap. And one day I'll probably mount more on my tote, so I don't think I'll really put anything on there yet that I know of. Next, one thing I really like about this kayak is how big the deck space is. It's pretty incredible. It kind of feels like you're standing in like a mini bass boat almost when you're standing there. One con kind of is it's kind of loud if you have shoes on or if you drop something on it, but I usually just take my shoes off and wear my socks, so it's not really a big deal. Next we got this really comfortable seat. I'm actually going to stand the tripod up so I can show you guys the different positions of the seat and how the seat kind of works. So hold up one second. Okay, so for the seat, I actually have like the back seat pad down right now for transportation because I'm actually going fishing tomorrow. But here's the different seat positions. So this is my favorite, and this is the high position. This is what I keep it in pretty much the whole time. It's really comfortable. No need to really flip it out of this position, but they got like this relaxing position kind of where you're sitting like that, and then they got this position where it's not quite, and then they got all the way down on the floor of your deck, which I never really see the purpose of it. So I usually just keep mine up in the high position, and that works pretty good for me. So yeah, one thing also really neat is there's a bunch of room under here, and I actually put my soft plastics and some tackle trays under there. That works really nice too. And on the back of this seat, there's a zipper pouch right here, and I usually put my scale and my tape measurement in there, just in case I catch a bigger fish. So I'm gonna pick you guys back up and show you the rest of the kayak. Okay, so one thing really nice about this too is if I get in here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's compartments down right here, and they actually hold a tackle box also. Those work pretty nice. I haven't really used them much, but I usually just put extra straps in there also, so I mean that's fine. Moving on to the back, there's these flush mounted rod holders that actually come with the kayak. Some people say they don't work very good, but they've been treating me just fine, and they work pretty good for me, so I got no problem with it. And next, we got more Feel Free tracks gear tracks back here. So a bunch of opportunities to mount things on this kayak, which I really like in case I need that someday. Next, I want to talk about this big area back here. This is really nice for holding all my tackle. what I do is I actually put my tote back here, and then I put my soft plastics under the bungee cords. So I'll actually stand you guys up again and show you what I mean. So yeah, I'll do that for you guys quick right now. Okay, so every day before I go on the water, I just throw my soft plastics and my tote in the back of my dad's truck, and pretty much take it out of the truck, throw it in there, fits nice and snug in there. That ain't going anywhere. And then also I take my soft plastics, and you just kind of got to work them around these bungees a little bit, and after a little bit of play, they're in there secure and they're not going anywhere. So that's kind of how my system works. It's actually really easy to just reach back from my rods just fell. It's actually really easy to reach back from my seat and grab my soft plastics or any tackle I have. So this system works pretty good for me, and I like how it's going so far. So probably won't be changing up lately, but I'll show you how easy it is for me to reach back and get some of my stuff, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so say I'm sitting in my seat. Obviously the seat isn't locked in right now, but you just reach back, and it's really easy. I can open this up, grab any tackle I need. Works pretty good. I can actually fit, I have 6 tackle boxes in there right now. My pliers, my scale right now, a couple reels, and a couple soft plastic bags, and it all fits in there just fine. So that works good. And then also, if you need your soft plastics, just come back here, grab your soft plastics, open it up, grab any soft plastics you need out of here, and then once you're done, close it back up. I actually like to do this kneeling down. It's a little bit easier. You take this and work around the bungees for a second, and boom, that's locked back in there, and you're all set to start fishing. So system works good for me. I love this kayak. I'm going to explain to you guys a couple pros and cons, and then we'll start wrapping up this video. Okay, so let's start with the cons. Couple cons of this is I'm not a big strong guy. It's probably most of the reason, but this kayak is heavy and it does get hard to paddle at sometimes. So when you're paddling across the lake, it does get a bit tiring for a little bit, but when you're buying something, you kind of got to compare those factors from like stability and all that stuff compared to how fast you paddle, and I'd much rather take stability over how fast I paddle. So that's just one con. Another con, I already said, deck could be loud if you drop something on it, but usually it's not. And I think that's about it. One thing you're gonna need with this kayak, like you're gonna need to get wheels for this kayak. Otherwise, you will not be able to haul this by yourself. It's way too hard, way too heavy to haul by yourself. Unless you're the world's strongest man, I don't think you're gonna be able to do this by yourself. So get wheels for it. Helps a lot. I think that's about it for cons. I don't really got anything else. It tracks pretty well, actually, and I don't have a rudder on this. Rudder is kind of out of my price range at the moment, so I've been rocking with no rudder. I've been doing just fine. So, but before we get into some pros, I'll just explain the paddle I use. I just went to Dick's and I got a Field and Stream shoot paddle. It's called. It's 240 centimeters. You might be thinking I might need a much bigger paddle for this kayak, but I'm 5'10", I'm not like 6'4" or anything, so I don't really need a huge paddle, so that works just fine for me. I wouldn't really go any smaller. I could go bigger if I wanted to, but that works fine for now until I want to upgrade my paddle someday. And so let's get into some pros here. A big pro about this kayak is I like how stable it is. That cathedral hull design really does the trick, and it's especially stable for a guy like me because I only weigh 135 pounds. I'm a pretty skinny guy, so I haven't really had any problems about tipping or instability, and I've been in some decent wind with this and I've been just fine. So it's a pretty good kayak and all. I really like that. Another pro is the seat. The seat is extremely comfortable, and I like how it has different positions and stuff. Another big pro is the amount of deck space you have. It's insane how much room you actually have when you are fishing. You can spin around and be clumsy like I can be sometimes and fall, and you'll be just fine. I like the amount of storage you can have in this kayak. Look, I can fit all my tackle back here, tackle under the seat, tripod up front, more tackle under my seat, my lunch under my seat. It's crazy. You got this dry storage and this like / battery fish finder box right there, which I will mount my fish finder on someday. So it's pretty insane. I love this kayak. Another pro is how much gear tracks it has on it. I think that's really nice to have. You can mount anything you want really on it. So, and then it's actually a really nice price point. It's $99.99. Unless you get it on sale. I got mine at Gander Outdoors for full price. I had to save up for it for quite a long time, but yeah, I really enjoy this kayak. If you have the money for it out there, if you're saving up or if you're starting to save up, I recommend this kayak. It's a great starter kayak. It is not pedal drive. You paddle it and it works just fine for me. So yeah, I really recommend this kayak. Great to fish out of, great for a bass fisherman, great for any fisherman, honestly. Oh yeah, and I will link all the products that I use for my tackle and my paddle and the wheels and stuff in the description below. I'll even leave a link for my fish finder that I will put on here. And yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. I think I went over almost everything about this kayak and let you know my perspective on it. So thanks for watching this review on my kayak. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you are saving up or wanting to save up for a kayak, I recommend getting this one. It's a great starter kayak for us fishermen. It's a great bass fishing kayak. So yeah, hit that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. It really help out the channel, and hit that like button also. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.